You're listening to Talk of the Town on 92.7 The Bee, covering issues important to our friends and neighbors in Northwest Alabama.
Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to Talk of the Town here on 92.7 The Bee. I'm Evan Tidwell, and this afternoon we're sitting down with Mike Mayhall, one of our local musicians here in Winston County, a longtime expert in Southern music of all kinds, and he's going to tell us today about a new project that is coming up this weekend in Double Springs. Mike, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Hey, thank you for having me, Evan.
So, Mike, a little bit of background. When did you get started? Where did your interest in music begin?
Well, I was 9 years old, and I was strumming. My neighbor up there let me play a guitar, an acoustic guitar, and I wasn't hitting any notes. I was just running the pick across the strings, and just the open strings, the sound of it plus the vibration I could feel coming from the guitar and the strings. It just set me on fire, man, and I've never left it. I've always been right there, you know. Music's been my thing. Dad got me a guitar, by the way, for Christmas that year. I was 9 years old, so that's actually when I got started. And played my first gig at 10, but I've been playing ever since.
Your first gig at 10, man. Mm-hmm. Where was that at?
The Alumni Banquet at Double Springs. Made $10, thought I was rich.
That is pretty impressive, Mike. Well, okay, so you have been playing around the area, of course, since you're 10 years old, and I did not know that. That is wonderful to know. Mm-hmm. You have had Tremaine for years,
yes.
And y'all have concentrated on, you played a wide variety of music.
Yes. We put that band together in 2009.
Mm-hmm. And what's some of the genres would you say that Tremaine has played? Because we're leading up to your new band that you're doing here.
Well, Tremaine, we still got that going pretty strong, and we play classic rock, we play country, we play a little bit of funk and a little bit of blues, some Motown, just almost a little bit of everything.
But there's one artist in particular that you consider maybe not perhaps your favorite, but an inspiration?
The group Alabama is actually who lured me away, Evan. I don't know if you knew, but I used to be a rocker. Mm-hmm. And they lured me from rock and roll over into country. Alabama did that. A little bit of Shenandoah, but mainly Alabama.
So they brought you away from the dark side.
They lured me in, and I've been here ever since, man. I love it.
So where did the inspiration come from for your new band, Southern Star?
Southern Star. I would say, I had a great friendship with one of their members, Jeff Cook, and I played a lot of shows with him. And when his guitar player couldn't do a gig, he'd use me a lot to sub with him. And I wound up getting on that bus that Alabama actually toured on, and we'd leave out from the fan club there at Fort Payne, and we'd go to, Bradenton, Florida, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I mean, I did tour dates with him in 4 different states, and did several shows. But Jeff and I were really good friends, and he even came up and played on the Tremaine CD up at Muscle Shoals, and I went to pay him, and he wouldn't take any pay for it.
Oh, wow.
But, such a good friendship there. And then, of course, God rest his soul, he passed away in 22. Mm-hmm. And then Randy, he just kind of looks like to me that he's kind of getting on his last leg, I'm trying to say that in a nice way.
Performance-wise.
Yeah, it's sad, but I don't think he's got much more stage time left.
Yeah.
I hope he's got a lot of life left, but I don't think he'll be on the stage much longer. And I just think, I'm just not ready for the greatest country band ever. I'm not ready for their music to die. Mm-hmm. So we're going to keep it alive as long as we can. I thought we'll do an Alabama tribute band, and we started this band in November.
Man, yeah.
So we got our first gig coming up this coming Saturday.
That's awesome. Well, it's wonderful that that was where I met you, was up in Sheffield for the photo shoot. You and Jeff Cook, when they're up there, I got to meet you and Jeff, sit down, talk with him, and he was just an amazing, humble guy that is
he was such a great guy.
You can always tell true talent by their modesty.
That's right.
Yeah, and that was so wonderful to be able to have that time to get in a few minutes to sit down and talk with him, and one of my musical heroes as well.
And I tell you, Jeff also, actually, he honestly was my inspiration to play the fiddle. I remember we were camping out with the family, and we were, I want to say it was around 1982, but I don't know if it was necessarily the first hit that they had, but I remember we were camping on the Tennessee River, and back then everybody had jam boxes, and we had it going about wide open, and the Tennessee River came on the radio. And I thought, how cool is that? I'm camping here on the Tennessee River, and the song Tennessee River comes on. And it played something on the end of it. I thought, I don't know exactly what happened there, but I really liked it, whatever it was. And I saw him a week later on TV, and Jeff is up there playing that white fiddle. And 7 days later, I owned my first fiddle.
There you go.
And I've hung with it ever since. I've been on it probably 40 years. But I've been on the guitar, of course, longer than that. I'll be doing guitar and fiddle and vocals in this band, Southern Star, and I'll probably be singing about 70% of the lead vocal. But it doesn't matter to me who's singing lead, if I'm even singing at all, if I'm singing harmony or lead, it doesn't matter. We're just a team. As long as we get the job done and keep their music alive, I'm happy.
You've all got a role to play. Well, I love you mentioning that. Being inspired to play fiddle here in Tennessee River while you're on the Tennessee River. That's one thing I think that makes me love country music. In living in the South, being from the South, it reaches out and touches you where you're at. Right. These are songs about, even if they're another town, they're still relatable.
It's about real life, isn't it?
Yeah, real life, and people talk about that maybe don't understand country music. Oh, that's so depressing. I'm like, you're not listening to the lyrics. Even the saddest song makes you realize, hey, you know what? Somebody had a worse day than I.
That's right.
And it makes you inspired to either do better or put your boots on and go back to work the next day when maybe you don't feel like it.
That's right.
It's inspiring music. You talked about that song inspiring you to play fiddle. Are there any other of Alabama's songs that maybe touched you?
Yeah, there's several, but I guess some of my very favorite songs to me from Alabama, other than Tennessee River, I would probably say Dixieland Delight.
Come on, who has not lived that?
That's it. And I like some of their slower stuff, Old Flame and My Home's in Alabama. I mean, what a great song. And I really like that song too. I thought it was so cool. Take Me Down. I like that one. But yeah, I've got several of them that I really, really love. And I'm gonna tell you, Evan, none of us had ever thought about how much time it takes to put together an entire show of doing nothing but Alabama songs. We hadn't realized the work that we would have to put in, but we're not complaining about it. We're enjoying doing it. But it has taken us a lot of rehearsals. That stuff, it may sound easy, but you get down to trying to match the record note for note and get as close as you can. You're going to be there a while. It's going to take some time, and we've put the time in. So, we're not saying this show's going to come out perfect. We probably have to work a few bugs out, like you do in all bands as we go along, a few shows here and there. But we're looking for a really good show, though, because we've paid our dues.
So it's going to be the Blake Drive Block Party in Double Springs. That is coming up later today. Starting the festivities start at 4:30 p.m. What time are y'all planning on taking the stage?
Our show begins at 7 p.m.
7 p.m., okay.
And we play to 8:30.
All right. And then fireworks after that. So.
Fireworks after us. And there's a warm-up band, Cooter Brown, before Southern Star. They play 4:30 to 6:30, and then we'll switch the bands out. We'll play 7 to 8:30 and then do the fireworks.
Okay, sweet. Man, yeah. Well, that's going to be your first official show as Southern Star.
Making our debut right there in Double Springs, Alabama.
Man, yeah. Now, Mike, did you grow up in Double Springs, or were you right outside?
Yeah, I've been kind of split up between Double Springs and Haleville. I live on a Haleville mailing route, and I've worked most of my career in Haleville. But I went to school at Double Springs and went to church at Double Springs. You know, I just love Winston County, the good old free state of Winston. So.
Yeah, we'll just say Winston County. You and Pat Buttram. Everybody wants to claim you.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, we're certainly looking forward to the show, and
it's going to be fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to be doing a little video for you. You're going to be doing some putting together like a press kit. We're going to get some footage, archival footage of your very first performance. So that's going to be cool. And I want to thank you for involving me in that. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well.
The audience better be ready to participate and get loud, hadn't they? Because they're going to be on video.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with Talk of the Town here on 92.7 The Bee.
You are listening to Talk of the Town on 92.7 The Bee, covering issues important to our friends and neighbors in Northwest Alabama.
And we're back with Talk of the Town on 92.7 The Bee. Evan Tidwell here with you this afternoon. Thank you for coming along. We've got Mike Mayhall in the studio today talking about his Alabama cover band or tribute band, Southern Star. Which do you prefer?
Yeah, it's a tribute band.
Tribute band. All right. And y'all have spent quite a bit of time perfecting your sound and to do Alabama justice. You mentioned something about your rehearsal schedule. How tough is that?
Oh, it's really been tough. To try to get everybody to where they can rehearse as much as you need to. It takes a lot of time to put an Alabama show together. Now it does.
How many times did y'all rehearse last week?
Like last week, it was 4 rehearsals.
Man. That is tough, but there again, it shows your dedication.
Well, we want it to sound as good as possible, and we're not going to sound exactly like Alabama, and we're not trying to look like them or sound exactly like them. We're just trying to get as close as we can. We want to keep their great music alive as long as we can. That's what we're trying to do.
Well, Mike, who all are in Southern Star besides yourself?
Dan Hochter on keys and vocals, and we have Steve Vickery on bass and vocals, and we have Stuart Mills on drums and vocals, and of course I play guitar and fiddle and vocals.
Gotcha. Steve Vickery has been around for quite a while, been in some wonderful bands. He played with Wayne Chaney for a while, correct?
He did,
and
a long time, yes.
And then Dan Hochter, he's also the keyboardist in Tremaine, correct?
He is.
So you brought Dan over as well. So, man, yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing you all on stage. And are you going to have any T-shirts or anything coming up anytime soon that folks can become serious fans?
We will soon. I don't think we will have time for this. We've been too worried about getting our show together.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, we'll have some shirts before the summer's out. And I just want to thank David Cummins, the Winston County Commission, all the sponsors, everybody that's making this possible. Greg Ferris is sponsoring our part of the show, Southern Star, and we're just thankful that the folks have that much faith in us, to play our first gig there in Double Springs, and we're looking forward to it. I think it's one of the greatest ideas I've ever heard. And then not only the two good bands playing, they got fireworks after it, but they also having a lot of free food, free drinks. I've never heard of everything being free like that. All they got to bring is a lawn chair.
That's wonderful.
and the food and the drinks till it runs out, and it'll feed at least 1,000.
Man, yeah. Well, there you go. Bring your lawn chair, head on out to the Winston County Courthouse this afternoon, starting at 4:30. It's going to last till 9 p.m. when the fireworks show kicks off. But we hope you will head out to the Blake Drive Block Party in Double Springs. We, of course, have been promoting it a lot on the air here, and I'm going to be out there doing some coverage for the station and shooting some video for Mike here. I'm looking forward to it, and I get to see y'all's first show. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Well, Mike, we sure do appreciate you taking the time out of your very busy schedule with everything going on to come in here today and talk with us and tell us a little bit more about your band. And we thank you very much for coming by and being a part of Talk of the Town.
I appreciate you having me on here.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate you, of course, tuning in every week here Saturday at noon and Sunday at noon for a replay of Talk of the Town here on 92.7 The Bee and HaleyvilleBroadcasting.com. Have a safe and wonderful weekend.
Talk of the Town is produced as a public service by WSHF. If you have a topic you would like to hear discussed, send us an email on our website at HaleyvilleBroadcasting.com. or write to us at P.O. Box 21, Haleyville 35565. Tune in again next week to hear more Talk of the Town on 92.7 The Bee.